Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Donzilla, Tjernagel.
All right. Hey. Awesome, man. Thank you for welcoming back to your taxpayer-funded theater. There was some lady out front with her kids earlier. Hey, come on up. Here we go. It's Todd, the stage manager. He dresses like powder on a Caribbean cruise. Thanks, bud. If you're gonna bring me scotch all night, we'll rename you. Instead of stage manager for the show, we'll call you Scotch Bitch. Come on in, folks. Welcome to Norwegian karaoke night here. I'm just screwing with you. It's gay poetry night here, yeah. Only reason is I want a government grant, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna tell a few jokes and do some gay poetry, then I'm gonna strip naked, set my nipples on fire, and just jack off until the cops show up. Then when the cops show up, I'll tell them I'm a homosexual and that it's performance art. Then the government will fund me for it through National Endowment of the Arts. Oh, you're so brave, express yourself. Then they'll review this shit on NPR. Oh, you have to see Masturbating Homo, it was fantastic. We love Masturbating Homo, it was so daring. We're gonna go see Masturbating Homo too. Fuck it. You see guys like this. We had some people out front earlier, a lady with her kids. She said, can we come to this show? And I said, well, yeah, you can come to this show. She goes, can we bring our kids? I'm like, well, how old are your kids? And, well, my daughter's 9 and my son is 7. I'm like, do they go to public school? Yeah. Well, hell, you can bring them to this shit. They go to public school. They've heard everything I'm going to say. The only offensive thing that I could say in front of them that they hadn't heard of public school is, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Oh, he's talking about school prayer. You see people get pissed about like the Pledge of Allegiance. So I don't want my kid to hear under God. You know, think about the one Jewish kid or the one Muslim kid hearing under God. What about the one Hindu kid hearing under God? I'm like, what the? You think under God's throwing the Hindu kid off? He's more freaked out you're serving sloppy joes at lunch in the cafeteria. Oh my God, the cow. Beginning of all life, I have to slowly digest my love, and I can't believe it. The one Jew kid is just happy the one fucking Muslim kid isn't blowing him up after school with a bomb in his backpack while they're waiting at the bus stop, like fucking Sheepdog and the Coyote in that WB cartoon. You know, morning Habib, yeah, morning Ezra. Eyeing him up and shit. Yeah. I get a liberal friend that comes to shows sometimes. She always comes to the nice theater shows, and she comes with her friends. And then she yells at me afterwards. And she was coming to one once, and she says, I'm going to come to the show tonight with a bunch of friends, and I don't want to hear any of those sex jokes, okay? I don't want you to tell sex jokes in front of my friends. So I'm like, okay, typical liberal. They don't want to hear anything nasty from a white heterosexual male. That's just too much for them, you know? So I went up and I thought about it. I'm like, I'll humor her. So I went up and told an hour worth of blowjob jokes. She comes up to me afterwards. She's like, what the hell are you doing? I thought I said no sex jokes. I'm like, oral sex isn't really sex. She goes, what idiot ever said that? I'm like, Bill Clinton, you said you supported him. I like oral sex jokes. Blowjobs are funny. You damn right. I laugh when I get one. Because my penis has like a little curve in it, you know, so it looks like a garter snake doing a swan dive off my body. Anytime a girl sucks my dick, it's like a little horny circus seal in the back of the Camaro, you know? Problem is, I've never finished from a blowjob because no girl can really handle the curve just right because, you know, it's like she's a first-year driver's ed student trying to 10 and 2 it around the curve each time, but sooner or later she veers off and the teeth get involved and catch you. Yeah? It's kind of like you're getting closer and closer to come, but then you go all the way back to the beginning once your teeth hit that little reset button. It's like you're playing Candyland. Get the color card. Shit, got the gumdrop all the way back to the beginning. Always thought blowjobs are funny. I was talking to my mom about this the other day because she's like, I thought the act was good. I just don't think blowjobs are that funny. I'm like, Mom, they're hilarious. She goes, I laugh when I get one. And my mom said the most disturbing thing. She goes, well, you might think it's funny getting one, but it's sure not funny giving one. I was like, oh, God. I don't know what thought was more disturbing, the thought of my mom going, oh, or the thought of my dad's eyes rolling back into his head with ecstasy, going, oh, wow. But if you want a good blowjob, I gotta tell you, I mean, I've had good blowjobs, but I mean, if you really want a good blowjob, you need an older woman. Because you younger girls, I'm looking around the audience, I see a few younger girls, you're cute. You don't know how to suck a dick. Little younger girls like, yay, I'm gonna give you a blowjob. They like lick the end of your cock like it's a little kitten lapping up out of a saucer of milk. Like, oh my God, I'm gay. Playing with your balls like a cat with a cat toy, you know? Balls are funny. You get an older woman? Oh man. Woman in her 40s, 50s, or 60s? She'll grab your cock like it's a carrot at the end of an 8-week Atkins diet, like, oh. Cupping the balls just right, give you a little finger in the ass if you need it. And if you do happen to come, an old lady's ready for it, you know? Yeah, because old women see you're about ready to come, they're dodging that shit like Muhammad Ali. Oh. Neo in the Matrix flying over their shoulder. Whoa. You young girls taking the side of the head like JFK, you know, and to the left, and to the left. Oh my God, you got it in my hair. Tell these nasty blowjob jokes at a beautiful theater like this. You can't tell jokes in a place like this. They performed Hamlet here. Ah, man. Yeah, anything I say tonight's considered art. And I got them to bring the bartender into the place this time, which is... I like it, but my liver's just screaming right now. No! Yeah, that's fucked. I like older women for sex, too, but it gets kind of gross at times. But they know what they're doing. Younger girls, once again, are cute. They're really cute. They're like, yeah, no. But they're all like, no, don't look at me like that. No. Don't look at my butt. No. Don't touch me there. No, it reminds me of prom. No. Older women are like, I want you to fuck me here, fuck me there. Don't touch that over there. Get it done in 1 hour because I got to pick up the kids from soccer. So get to it, stud boys. Like, yeah. Woo. Yeah, give me more turn down. I'm going to break a hip, bitch. This is going to sound kind of gross, but it's really true. If you get a really old woman, you can it's pretty cool because their skin's like all paper thin, so you can jizz up on their back and push the skin together. Makes like a miniature irrigation system sieving to the ass crack. It's kind of fun to watch. Oh, calm down. They gave you the fucking warning. So I'm getting into some of this sick sexual stuff. I got a girlfriend now. We're starting to get a little adventurous. Thinking about bringing a few people into the bedroom. Why not? You know, I need the help. I'm getting old, you know? I mean, I'm looking at the front row right here like that dude in the red sweatshirt right there. I'd let you fuck my girlfriend. Because you look like you'd be cool about it. You'd be like, hey, man, we're going to fuck her. That's cool, man. All right, man. I'd be sitting there with your socks on, raging hard on, going, hey, man, wherever you need me, just tag me in, man. Let's work together, man. This is going to be great. We'll make her come. Yeah. You, that dude right there in the button-up shirt, not you, because you look like you'd be kind of a dick. You know, be like, hey, fucked your girl. All right, yeah. What are you going to do, huh? Fucked your girl. Smell my fingers. My dick's bigger. Oh. Yeah, you look like you'd be kind of a dick, you know? And you start thinking about the guys you'd let fuck your girlfriend, you know? French guy, no. Oh, I fucked your girlfriend. I was like, fuck off, Froggy. English guy, in a second. He'd be cool about it. Hey, I'm so sorry about the unfortunate occurrence that took place. Perhaps we can get a drink together and begin the healing process. Yeah, I mean, Spanish guy, no. He'd be like, oh, I took your girlfriend. I took her shoe shopping. I loved on her. Yes, I'm the Floney's bee. Ta-ta. You know, Mexican guy, in a second I'd let a Mexican guy fuck my girlfriend because he'd be cool too. He'd be like, I am so sorry. I misunderstood the landscaping instructions. Only problem is you let one Mexican fuck your girlfriend, sooner or later 5 show up, you know? Playing a little piñas piñata party with her, you know? 3 of her end up living in her uterus, stapling a Mexican flag up on her uterine wall. You hear accordion music coming out of there. Yo puedo, mi señero. You got a 92 Honda Civic being redone on the side of her right thigh. Being airbrushed with the Lady of Quinceañera and the Virgin Mary resurrecting her dead gangster friends so they could play badminton. I don't know why badminton. No idea. Yeah, boy. But you wonder, I mean, I would never fuck a Mexican girl. They're smoking hot, don't get me wrong, they're smoking hot. Oh, God, hey, papi, you know. They get pregnant like that, though, that's the problem. I lived in Las Vegas for 14 years, man. You jack off in the wrong neighborhood, 20 girls named Maria just got pregnant, man. It's like your dick's a dandelion that just bloomed. Living in a Mexican neighborhood in Vegas was kind of weird, too, because they'd spray paint their own overpasses. Spray paint their own shit up. You'd be like, why do you do that? We want to stick it to the man. Who's the man? You know, the white man. The white man doesn't even live here. You're fucking up your own neighborhood, man. This brings down your property values, messes up your own property tax income, so your school's hurt. Like, you want to stick it to the white man? You're not doing it this way, because the white man makes money when you do that shit. How you figure, Holmes? Because he hires a buddy on a government contract 3 times what it's worth to come in and sandblast that shit off. You want to stick it to the white man, you knock up his white daughter. Because no matter how hard he tries, he can never sandblast the brown out of that grandkid. Little genetic graffiti there. I meet a lot of girls who won't date me because I'm white. And it doesn't bother me who wants to date who, but they won't date me because I'm white. And what pisses me off is they want to come up and yell at me about it. Like, I wouldn't date you because you're white, because I only date black men. What do you think about that, huh? I wouldn't date you because you're white, because I only date black men. What do you think about that, huh? Well, I think a lot of black guys out there really need to raise their standards. Tell you the truth, you tacky fat blonde, I could give a shit if you're cuckoo for Cocoa Cock at this point in your life. See, me, I would fuck a black girl in a second. I actually want to fuck a black girl, but I don't want some cutesy Halle Berry, Rihanna-looking black girl. If I'm going to fuck a black girl, I want a hard-looking black girl. I want, like, Bernie Mac with a wig and shit, man. Because I got dirty talk all saved up. Like, yeah, that's right, Mom. I got your 40 acres and a mule right here all night, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Little thumb, the Underground Railroad. Oh, Old Man River. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to fuck you harder than Thomas Jefferson all night, yeah. If you tell white girls you want to fuck a black girl, they freak out on you. You don't really want to fuck a black girl, do you? Yeah, I do. Think of the hair on your head. It's going to look like that down there. Do you want to stick your dick in a Brillo pad? Why not? We'll have a kinky night. We'll shave her up and clean the sink in the morning. Why not? Let's do this shit. You don't want to have sex with black girls because black girls have diseases that only black girls can get. Well, if only black girls can get them, I don't really have to worry now, do I? It's like, oh, did you hear about Don? Oh, yeah, he got sickle cell anemia and bad credit. Oh, I heard he couldn't hail a cab for a week. Oh, man, you can't tell these certain jokes because people get mad. They want to call you a racist, but it's all based on a context. Big white guy tells jokes like this, racist. It's all based on context, though. A lot of people don't even know where the N-word comes from. In the old days, the Irish settlers could not pronounce the word Negro, so it came out the N-word. And if anybody in here is black and somebody calls you that word, don't get mad. People can't help it, they're Irish. But the word is all based on a context. If you mean something bad, you could say something bad and it's passable. You could say, I hate African Americans. That's more acceptable than saying, geez, I really love niggers. And if you say that, everybody's like, oh, he said the N-word. And then you get the people, the uppity liberal types that come up to you afterwards like, I did not appreciate you using that profanity and the N-word. I just want to tell you that I voted for Obama, and he has done so much for America. And you're like, what has he done? Well, Obama's done so much for America. What? He spent a couple $1 trillion and moved another black family to government housing. Fucking get over yourselves, you know? Oh, no. Obama's done so much for America, and I've never ever I voted for Obama, and I've never ever called a black man the N-word in my life. What, neighbor? But what is so wrong with that word? It's all based on a context. Like, dude, if I say the N-word, I'm considered a racist. But if your girlfriend right there walks up to one later and says, "Hi, I'd love to suck your big fat nigger cock all night," trust me, they're never offended. But I think we could change the context of this word. Never let a word have power over you, anyone. So one theme of my show is you never let language have power over you. So I'm just gonna say, we can change this word. Because I learned about racism when I was in Vegas because somebody called me a squarehead. And squarehead is a racist term for Norwegians. Was at a bar, this guy walks up and goes, "Well, you're just a fucking squarehead." Well, you go, "You motherfucker." I was gonna kick his ass. My friend comes over, my California friend, going, "Hey man, come on, calm down, man. What the hell, man? You do have a squarehead. Why are you pissed?" Like, this is a racist term against Norwegians. What the fuck, man? It's hilarious. I didn't know that. So he started calling me squarehead all the time. But every time my friend called me, it was either to eat something, drink something, or fuck something. Because he'd always be like, "Hey man, we got like a bunch of food. You want to come over for barbecue? All right, come on over, squarehead. All right, let's come over. Hey, squarehead, we got this chick. We're going to run a train on her. You want to come over, squarehead? All right. Hey, dude, hey, squarehead, we got all this booze. You want to come over and drink?" So every time he said squarehead, I relearned the word to be a positive thing, like Pavlovian dog, you know, baby Albert. We could do the same thing with nigger. Everybody has a black friend. Call them up tomorrow like, "Hey, nigger, I got a pack of Newports that nobody's using. Come on over." "Hey, nigger, my uncle works for Sunkist. Do you want some?" "Hey, nigger, do you want to meet my blonde cousin?" And then it will cycle out. Never let a word have power over you. There's women in this audience that get freaked out if somebody said the C word. Apparently not the audiences that come to this show. Why is that word offensive? Because we allow it to be offensive. I've only called a girl the C word once to her face. Only once. And I felt like I had to. She called my mother a bitch. So I felt like I had to trump card her with a C word because the 10 Commandments say, "Honor thy mother." It was God's law. I had to do it. Never forget the night she comes up walking to me. She's like, I knew your mom. She was a teacher at my high school. I heard your mom's a teacher, and she was such a fucking bitch." Like, go to hell, you cunt. Her boyfriend gets in my face going, "You just call my girlfriend a cunt?" I'm like, "Yeah." Say you're sorry right now. Say you're sorry." "I'm sorry your girlfriend's a cunt." Well, let's make the word non-offensive here tonight. With all you women here tonight, C word, no longer offensive. From now on, the C word is no longer offensive. We're going to make another word offensive in its place. From now on, the word appetizers is offensive, henceforth known as the A word. So when you guys go to a restaurant tomorrow, Sunday, you're out there for brunch, the waitress comes up, "Hi, welcome. Would you like to start off with an appetizer?" "How dare you say the A word in front of my kids, you cunt?" It'll cycle out quick. I saw a bachelorette party one night, and my girlfriend says, "Oh my God, what a bunch of cunts." And I said, "Megan, I don't think that's appropriate." She goes, "What, they are?" I go, "I know, but I don't think that's the appropriate plural term for more than one." If anybody in here knows the proper plural term for more than one cunt, please tell me afterwards, because I've been telling this joke for a while, and I don't know the proper plural term, and I believe using improper grammar in a public speaking, like this, is kind of rude and offensive to people. So if anybody here knows the proper plural term for more than one cunt, I apologize that I didn't use the proper term. I hope you accept that. But is it just S? You just add S and call them cunts? Or is it like deer, you have one cunt, you have many cunts? Or is it like cuntai? Or is it like geese, you have a gaggle of keet? If I ever meet the Queen of England, I'm going to ask her, "Hey, welcome to the United Kingdom, Mr. Tjernagel. Just one question. What is a proper plural term for more than one cunt?" "Oh, I've only known one cunt, and she died while sucking Dodie's cock in a tunnel in France." Okay, what if she had some friends with her, like a bachelorette party? "Oh, you would have a flock of keet." All right, flock of keet, I like that. Yeah. Sounds like a British New Wave band. And they ran so far away. Is there anything we can't tell tonight on the stage? Everything's out there. A lot of people say, well, if you had kids, you wouldn't be talking this way. You a kid? Yeah, I would. I want to teach my kid things because people come up to me, the homeschoolers want to yell at me. The fucked up thing is the homeschoolers, I'm like, you see me coming. Because they're always like, I want you to stay away from my daughter. You're the type of guy that takes her virginity. I'm like, no, I'm not. You see me coming. I have no interest in your homeschool skirt daughter. No interest whatsoever. You see a guy like me coming, like, oh yeah, look at that horny fucker. All right, I mean, you walk away from me and shit, And the whole thing is, the guy who usually fucks their daughter is some traveling preacher coming around and go, let's go off and talk about Jesus for a little bit. You want to come down to the corner and we'll talk about Jesus? Takes them off down to a church basement, sifts them off to a corner, and fucks them, and then leaps out the back of the church like the D.B. Cooper of young girls' virginity. That's the fucker you got to watch out for. Feathered hair traveling preacher prick. And homeschool people yell at me because I do a lot of homeschool jokes, but it's just funny. There's no homeschoolers here, so we can get away with it. In my home state of Iowa, there was a kid who wrestled, and he was homeschooled, and he didn't want to wrestle a girl at state wrestling. Didn't want to wrestle a girl because he said it was against his religious beliefs. And everybody asked, they go, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? I go, actually, the girl has more of a right to wrestle. How do you figure? Because she actually gets up and goes to fucking school every day, all right? Homeschooled kid rolls out of bed at 10 in the morning after 2 hours of Veggie Tales and then goes to the kitchen counter ready for some Jesus arithmetic with his mom who barely made it through high school, yet qualifies her because she became some worthy cum catcher in the back of some other guy's truck. So now she can teach her children. And, hey, Mom, what's 2 + 2? It's whatever Jesus wants it to be. Yeah. And this little panty waist doesn't want to be wrestling a girl at state because of his religious beliefs. Just tell us the honest answer. He could have come out and said, hey, man, I don't want to wrestle a girl. I'm homeschooled. The only time I've ever touched a girl was by playing tag at a church picnic with a girl in a lawn skirt. I don't really want to get a fucking hard on in front of a bunch of latent homosexual wrestling fans. I mean, if he said that, we'd be like, hey, cool, we understand it, man. All right. Oh, religious beliefs. No, you don't want to rage a fucking hard on like Dan Gable smuggling banana out of that fucking place. If I wrestled a girl, I'd have a rager. I'd let her win, too. She'd be pinning me. I'd be trying to finger her and shit. Yeah. Yeah. She'd be up on the blocks. They'd be giving her the award, have her arm up. I'd be out there going, yeah, smell my fingers. Yeah. Everybody's like, dude, you lost to a girl. Yeah, did I? Hell of a way to lose on bottom. Poor homeschool kid. What is he afraid of? He's going to lose to a girl and get made fun of at school? Ha ha, you lost to a girl. Shut up, Mom. Scotch bitch, let's get some more, man. This is a party crowd. It's a drinking crowd. Yeah. I don't know, gonna get married one day and have children. Yep, gonna get married one day. Problem is, I am worried about having children. I'm worried. Well, first of all, the girl I'm with now doesn't even need me there. Guys, you should see the size of the dildos she uses. Yeah, there's one the size of my fist, it vibrates and shit, man. Yeah, we have to unplug the fucking dryer to get this thing going. Thing rolls into her vagina like a boat motor in the mud. She's coming all over the bed. Bed looks like a miniature irrigation system went off. And then she wants me to get involved. Okay, you fuck me now, fuck me now, fuck me now. So I get up there. I feel like a little retarded kid helping somebody move. I want to help. I want to help. Rail on her for a while. She comes just a little bit on the bed. I'm like, that was mine. I helped. Feel like a little kid holding a sparkler at fireworks. Yay! She wants to have kids one day, but she's not big enough to have my kid, because here's the problem with me and having kids. First of all, I played football in college. I got hurt real bad playing football. Got hurt real bad. Hurt my shoulder. So I didn't come to fruition as a college football player. So I now have a new obligation to my Midwest Norwegian people, and that is to find a big girl who could have a big kid so he can play for the Big 10 or the Big 12. And I'm looking around this audience, and I don't see a girl in here big enough to have my kid. Because look at the size of my square head forehead here. Imagine that in a baby form forehead. Yeah, it'd make your labias look like a Laffy Taffy chewed by a diabetic crankhead for an hour. After you're done having my kid, your frickin' labias would be like an unpacked parachute you have to put up in the granny panties. Carry it off and shit. But I know what's gonna happen. The girl I'm with will leave me after a couple years, and I'll be home in my hometown of Owine, Iowa. I'll be there drinking on Christmas Eve and drunk and heartbroken because no one loves me. And I'll be up there doing karaoke, by myself. Summer lovin' had me a blast. And some big hefty bitch will grab up the other microphone and save me. Summer lovin' happens so fast. I'll lock eyes with her, won't see how big she is because I'm so drunk, horny, and heartbroken. And everybody else will see how big we are, and they'll encourage us to fuck like we're pandas at a zoo. Go, yeah, Big 12, Big 10. So I'll go back to her Chevette, lay her seats down, start pancake fucking the big supple ass, and won't know I'm getting ready to come because I'll be all dizzy and into it, and I'll get my foot caught in the emergency brake well, end up spraying the inside of her vagina like a 5-year-old holding onto a fire hose. My big 2001 squarehead baby down there incubating in her comfy cunt, and then 17 years later, I'll be out there in a football field in Northeast Iowa, in my hometown, out there drinking scotch or bourbon out of a Starbucks mug so the goddamn Catholics and Lutherans don't know I'm trying to get drunk on a Friday night because I can't stand the fact I'm the night manager at the Casey's in Owine, Iowa. And there'll be my big son out there in that football field, my big, huge, hulking son out there in that football field in his brand new uniform. And I'll wave at him, and he'll wave back at me while he's holding his fucking flute. I just know that's what's gonna happen. God damn you, Leviathan, couldn't you block something? He'll go off to the University of Iowa to find himself. Hey, Daddy, I want to go off to Iowa City. It's just down the street. I'm going to go find myself. Highest gay capita population in the country. I'll be like, oh, well, that lisping son ain't going to take long in Iowa City, you gay Goliath. Jesus Christ. He'll bring his top professor daddy boyfriend home and like, hey, Daddy, this is my other daddy. He's opened up a whole new world to me. Great. I have to look at this gay Goliath son of mine and imagine him picking this older guy's salt and pepper pubic ball hairs off his chin through my Thanksgiving dinner. I know it's fucked up, but then a lot of people say, well, what if you have a daughter? I'm like, oh, God, that'd be even worse. Can you imagine me in a daughter format going, Daddy, what is it anyone want to ask me to prom? Really? My daughter will be the first girl ever to use roofies on a guy, She'll drug him up and then get on top of him and gummy worm his little half-inflated cock in her and start working him over like one of those kids, licking something, like an ice cream cone, riding one of the ponies outside of the grocery store. Oh, yeah, this is hot. Or the worst, I have a slutty daughter. I could have a hot daughter, too. I could have a hot daughter, and I couldn't tell her shit. Yeah, if I have a smoking hot daughter, because the girl I'm with now, if I have a kid with her, she's pretty hot. I mean, we might have a hot kid. Then I've got nothing. I'll be like, hey, you might want to stay home. You really shouldn't do these nasty things. You should wait till you're married. Shut the fuck up, Daddy. I Googled you. Good point. You fucked a midget, all right? Yes, I fucked a midget. It was fun, all right? I lived. You guys get a chance to fuck a midget. It's not sexual, but it's funny as hell. I had a chance to fuck a midget. I was in a hotel room one night after a show. I get a knock on the door, Go out there, look through the peephole. No one's there. Too fucking short to hit the peephole. Open the door, midget from the club that night. And she's like, hey, you want me to come in? We can have a little fun? All right. Yeah, there's nothing on TV. Come on in. Came in, I feel this little naked midget body like right here at my back, kissing on my neck and shit, and thinking, all right. So I roll over and start making out with her and playing with her and fingering her and shit. And But if you're gonna finger and play with a midget, you know, you can only do it for like a minute or so at a time. Because you have to roll back over and shove your face in the pillow. Because you have to laugh your ass off. It's like, ooh, the circus is in town. Oompa, loompa, doopity-doo. And the midget had these really plump legs, you know. They look like they'd be really, really good deep fat fried, you know. If you're getting a hand job from a midget, don't look down because it looks like 10 Jimmy Dean sausages going to work on your cock in unison, yeah? It's like, God, I'm hungry and still hard. You ever seen midget porn, like two midgets fucking each other? Awesome, it looks like turtles out of the shell getting nasty. I had some churchy bitch the other night tell me my act was pornographic. I hadn't heard that one in a while. Pornographic? She goes, your act is pornographic. What? I'm not getting naked yet. I didn't think it was pornographic. I thought my act was just straight ahead. Hell, I watch the news every day. I think I'm in par with what's going on out there. I mean, I never let you teach my kids. Well, good, because the one who's teaching your kids now is fucking them. So, well, just turn on the news, you know. And the lady said my act was pornographic, but what threw me is when she says, I don't believe in pornography. Your act is pornographic and should be banned. Anything pornographic should be banned. I go, what's your definition of pornographic? I thought she didn't understand it. She goes, anything that incites sexual thought, therefore, is pornographic and should be banned from our culture. I'm like, whoa, okay, I guess we got to take another walk through Toys R Us, because ever see a Bratz doll? That shit gets me hard. Flipping through the posters at Toys R Us, Selena Gomez, little Miley Cyrus, I'm fucking raging one, you know? We'd also have to take unicorns and unicorn posters out of Toys R Us because I have a reoccurring wet dream of laying in a field and a unicorn eating honey oats off my chest, and I've got a raging hard on, and I want to start jacking off and filleting the unicorn horn while Mia, Sarah, and Tom Cruise and the elf boy from the movie Legend, they go, don't touch it, there'll be darkness for years, don't touch it. Tim Curry shows up, sweet transvestite style with the horns out of his head, and getting started just raping the fucking unicorn, and I just start railing on the horn, and I'm coming all over the place. I wake up, the bed is just full of my wet dream. My girlfriend rolls over, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I had hay fever. Shut up, go back to bed. So I guess we have to ban unicorns. I saw Alien Autopsy on the Sci-Fi Channel one night, and you could see the alien body laid out, alien brain laid out in the gurney, but they blurred out the alien pussy. I'm like, why would you blur out the alien pussy? Is there such a thing as alien necrophiliacs tuning in who want to see it? Oh, just show me one glimpse of that glorious dead green moth. Oh! Totally freaking out the front row now. Yeah. This is hardcore comedy, and you know, the last time I came here, you guys took everything I threw at you. And I'm trying to come harder now, but you guys are taking it. You guys are my fisted audience. You're like, yeah, is that all you got? Yeah. Hardcore, I appreciate it. Makes me proud. Hate to be so filthy, but I am. I don't know, I hate to upset anyone with these nasty things I say. You know what I'm talking about, dude. I'm looking at this dude in the front, and I'm looking at his wife won't even look at me now. Well, how did you get her? She's kind of hot, and you look, oh, I know. Guy eats pussy. Anytime you see a guy that shouldn't be with a girl, you see a guy with like a really smoking hot chick, you're like, how that, and you look over and he's like, hey, you see the tongue flop, oh, I get it. I'm hip, man. Eating pussy's a chore. It really is. It's eating pussy's a chore. Sucking dick's easy. Just, oh, that's all you gotta do. Shit, I could do that. Gas prices went real high. I've had to do it at a few truck stops. Oh. Truckers are nice. They usually pay you well. Eating pussy's a chore, though. You get down there, you're looking at those labias. Looked like the end of a Reuben somebody threw in a dumpster, you know? You're like, you gotta sift your way through that fucking labia. It's like getting through this curtain to get on stage, you know? So you get down there, you're like, you're hatcheting your tongue through those labias to try to find that clit, which I don't believe exists anyway, you know? Some magical button who can make her come and love you, yeah, whatever, you know? But if you do find the clit, you hatchet your tongue through those labias like Michael Douglas romancing the stone with the hatchet. Trying to get to that clit. You find that clit, you start whirligigging your tongue like a whirligigging around, like a French souffle chef with a crank having a deadline. Not getting anywhere, so you go back to Old Faithful. You start painting the fence. Like an agreeable retarded walrus. Not getting anywhere, you know, Huck Finn, Tom Sawyer, all the boys whitewashing the puss. Yeah. Then you get that knock on the head, like, come up and fuck me, because you suck at this, you know? Because you're never as good as the sorority girl that went down there and ate her pussy like a dog at a chew toy her freshman year at that dorm at that liberal arts college, you know? Can't beat that. But if you're down there eating her pussy, dude, if you really want to spice it up, man, go for broke. Give her a rim job. Man, that's up in the game. If you're going to lick a girl's ass, though, you got to survey this shit. I mean, before you lick her ass, make sure you survey and look at it, because there's some dirty ass out there. You might look down, you might see dingleberries hanging like half-eaten grapes, you know? Half-eaten grapes during a famine, you know, some Mexican down there picking them. Sorry, senor, the crop is not good this year. The coyotes got to it. And if you're gonna lick her ass, you can't telegraph you're gonna lick her ass. Can't let her know. You can go, I'm gonna lick your ass. No, don't lick my butt. You gotta sneak it in. You gotta be a boxer. You gotta be like working her up top, like, and then rabbit punch the shit in real quick before she knows.
Oh my God, it feels fucking good. What'd you do?
Yeah, just get down there, find the little balloon knot, little rusty bullet hole, you know. The dirty penny.
Oh my God, it feels good. What'd you do?
I licked your ass, you dirty whore, yeah. That's the problem with you girls. You never know who the whore is. I mean, yeah, that lady back there yelling for it,
Yeah, cunt, butt fucking.
she's not gonna fuck anybody tonight, you know? The nice little girl came in the skirts all meek and, yay. That's the one those are the dirty ones. Those are like,
Yay, fuck me harder than my stepdaddy used to. Yay. Make it bleed like Bible camp.
I had a girl one night ask me for hot monkey sex. I said yes, because sex was involved. When a girl asks to fuck you, whatever she says after that or before that, you go with. A girl can say, hey, do you want to come join the Communist Party, then fuck me? All right, lead the way, comrade. Girl comes up to me, she goes, hey, let's go back to your hotel room and have some hot monkey sex. I didn't know what the hell hot monkey sex was. So we go back to the room, and she gets up on the bed, takes her clothes off, gets up there like, yeah, come on, baby, get up here. Give me some hot monkey sex. I'm like, okay. So I get up behind, I start doing her, then I shit in my hand and throw it at her. Back there clapping cymbals behind her head and shit. Waiting for the man in the yellow hat to show up. I don't know where the fucking puzzle piece is, man. And after we're done fucking, I'd snuggle with her all night and pick shit out of her hair. Oh, don't groan. I'm just joking. I'm not coordinated enough to fuck, shit, and throw at the same time. I'm Norwegian. I can't even rub my stomach and pat my head, man. Fucking A, man. I have somewhat good news. My mom's been on me lately about getting married. Whatever, one of the girls that wouldn't fuck me because I didn't get you drunk enough 10 times I was in. Yeah, don't do it. Mom's been on me, though. Don't do it ever. Mom's been on me with all her friends. They always say the same thing, you know, because my mom gets around with her coven of cunts. That's what I call her friends. Now that we've established that's not a bad word, it fits. But they were sit around snapping, well, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna get married? When are you gonna get married? And these same old bitches will rail on you even when you get married. Because you'd be like getting married, these same old bitches around the small towns where I grew up, like, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna get married? When are you gonna get married? You finally get married, and then they have the wedding, then this old bitch is sitting there going, where's my coffee? Why didn't they play the chicken dance yet? I haven't eaten yet. Oh my God, why is she wearing white? You know she's a whore if she's marrying him, you know. Then you're married, that same old bitch is on you next. Well, when are you gonna have kids? 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 You have a kid. Oh, you have a little girl. When are you gonna have a little boy? When are you gonna have a little boy? When are you gonna have a little boy? You have a little boy. Oh, you got a nice little family. You gotta move out of that house in the city, get a nice big house out in the country, raise them right. So you get the big house out in the country, you're all working out well, you got the little son and daughter, recession hits, house goes into foreclosure. Next thing you know, it leads to financial strain on the relationship. You get in a divorce, and that same old bitch comes and gets in your face going, well, why'd you get married and have that big house and those kids if you couldn't take care of it? It's like, fuck you. God, old bitches will drive you crazy. And they always think the generation they were from, they knew everything. Like, well, back in our day, we knew the value of a dollar. We knew how to do this. Bullshit. Some of these older ladies came from the 20s where there was the speakeasy era where they got drunk off a bootleg gin, ass up on the back of Model T, blowing off amputees who came back from the war because of their patriotic duty. Bullshit. They had a fetish. And my parents' generation pisses me off more than any because they were from the 60s. And that generation's always like, we made a change back in our day, man. We're from the 60s. We made a change. What change did you make? You got drunk, you took acid, you listened to the mamas and the papas, and you fucked in the mud. That's all you did, you know? It's not like Nixon was looking out going, what? Teenagers on acid fucking in the mud? Oh, get that troops out of Vietnam. I wish I could make a change by fucking the mud. I wish I could go home with you tonight, you know? We spray down the back of the vegetable garden. I just start fucking you so hard. He comes out going, what are you doing to my wife? I'm like, you don't understand, man. It's corporate greed, the environment. I'm trying to make a change. And this generation screwed everything up because they had so much sex. They created all these STDs my generation now has to deal with. My generation is the janitor generation of STDs. Shit, every time I put a condom on, I cry like that Indian in that 1970s litter commercial. You know, they on me about getting married. Mom and her friends are always on me about getting married. When are you going to get married? My mom always asks her friend, when are you going to get married, Donald? When are you going to get married? So I finally told Mom, because I'm old-fashioned, I kind of told her, I was like, I can't get married to her yet, Mom, because she hasn't given me anal. Mom's like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? I'm like, Mom, engagements and butt sex are very much alike. If you rush them, they're messy. But I got good news. She finally gave me anal. And I would like to thank Archduke Ferdinand for the fact that she let me fuck her in the ass. Archduke Ferdinand was Premier of Austria, who was assassinated, which led to the events that started World War I, which led to the end of World War I, the eventual downfall of Germany's economy with the high reparations of the French on the Germans, which led to the spiraling downfall of their economy because of high inflation rates, which led to the rise of the National Socialist Party and Adolf Hitler, the bombing of Poland, the invasion of Poland, the start of World War II, then the bombing of Pearl Harbor, which brought the Americans in, which drafted the 5 Sullivan brothers from her hometown of Waterloo, Iowa, their eventual death, which inspired the lead singer of Caroline Spine to write a song about the 5 Sullivan brothers from her hometown of Waterloo, Iowa. I took her to the concert. She got all drunk, patriotic, and horny. She let me fuck her in the ass that night, so thank you, Archduke Ferdinand. And I finally had something to post on Facebook. Because everybody goes on there, you know, Drew made his first few steps, ready for spring. Good news, got Megan in the butt. Mom calls me 5 minutes later, you're getting married? Should be a good marriage. I apologize to the ladies up there. Never do it! Just because you married the first guy that looked at you right at the co-op doesn't mean I can't make it work. I'm sure that chick was like smoking hot when she was younger, and some older guy who could buy her beer like hooked up with her and rolled her around in his Camaro and then fucked the shit out of her while his Spark-O-Matic blared REO Speedwagon on there, and she got all hot with the heels to Jesus. I know what it was like. Remember the first time I got laid, man? That was the whole thing. Because my girlfriend, she doesn't get pregnant, but we celebrate when she doesn't get pregnant. We call it Happy No Baby Day. She calls me up, Happy No Baby Day, yay! Some weeks, Happy No Baby Day is a little late. Or months, Happy No Baby Day is a little late. Then I'm calling her. I'm like, did you have your period yet? Did you have your period yet? Did you have your period yet? She goes, no, I'm 3 days late. You get a little nervous because, you know, I mean, you're craving blood in her vagina like a lesbian anemic vampire at that point. Which is why I'll never understand Twilight, you know? It's like, oh, I want to taste Bella's blood so bad. It's like, dude, you're not fucking her once a month, have at it. Man, she come up out of that Red Wing style, Tony Roma, you know? Should treat her tampon like a piece of beef jerky all lunch. And look, people groan. They're like, oh, you're doing period jokes. Gross. Blood in my vagina. That's disgusting. No, a little blood in your vagina is not gross. A baby shitting around the house for 2 years is fucking gross. Yeah. You ever sleep with a girl when she has her period and she didn't put a tampon in, and you wake up the next day and... Fuck. I was on the road one night and this girl was staying with me and she had her period and she woke up the next day, but this girl like had a bad dream, so she rolled around in the bed a lot. And yeah, it was like a Jackson Pollock remade by a retard with only one color, you know? Looked like a red tiger. Looked like somebody held up a sheet catching mosquitoes. And I know it's gross, but you gotta understand, the first time I had sex, the girl had her period in the middle of it. Because, see, I grew up in Owine, Iowa, and you got to fuck a girl when you turned 16. Because you got a license and a car, a place to fuck. You take your 14-year-old girlfriend somewhere. No, I always had older women back then. I had a girl that was like 17 that wanted to fuck me, and I was going to turn 16. I was ready. I was practicing up, you know. I used to go home with condoms, and I'd practice because I was really scared. I wanted to put a condom on. I wanted to practice. I wanted to know how many strokes it took before I came, you know, because I wanted to make sure I didn't come in here and we had to schedule a dental visit. You know, I wanted to make sure I stroked, came in the condom, pulled the condom off, pulled out of her, threw it in the corner, and set it on fire so there was no chance she could get pregnant. So I was practicing daily. I would go home, put the condom on. How many strokes did it take to get Don's cock off? 1, 2, 3. You know, the owl on my shoulder. So I was working it. Got up to 15 strokes, 20 strokes. Got up to 38 strokes. I'm like, all right, you're ready to fuck. All right, you know. Take the car out, you know, get in the back seat. We start doing it. And I was counting the strokes. So I'm like, okay, you got to pull out at 37 because you're probably going to come. So you got to make sure you don't come in there. You got to be careful. And so I was railing on her, you know. I hit 17 strokes, and all of a sudden she bleeds all over the place. And I'm like, what the hell? I was freaking out. Like, did I break it? What did I do? Blood all over the car. She was a heavy flow chick. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I started my period. Then I felt bad. I'm like, oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I'm holding her. It's okay. You know, there's blood all over the car. I'm like, hey, we'll just tell my parents we hit a deer, okay? You know, she was a heavy flow chick, though. You should have seen the pads she put on her vagina. It was bigger than the pads I used to play football in. I'm like, hey, if I get sore in the homecoming game in the fourth quarter, you want to put your vagina in at left tackle and do a little pass blocking if we're ahead? He's like, oh my God, a pussy playing football. You guys, I feel like there's anything I could do right now in front of you guys. You guys are just taking it all.
Did you finish with her?
So that I don't like about this area, the audience is usually funnier than I am. Good tag, sir. Did you finish with her? Wish I was better at it. I wish I could fuck real good, you know. Big guys, we just kind of have one move, like, you know, and that's about it. My girlfriend, we talk penis size sometimes, because I ask her, I'm like, so I'm, you know, because my girlfriend slept with a lot of guys, which a lot of people say, are you okay with that? I'm like, yeah, you know, I mean, broken in. Because when I grew up, I always thought we talk penis size sometimes because I want to know where I am at. she's had some small guys, she's had some big guys. She told me I was a B+. So like, I'll take that. But then you start thinking, well, let's set the bell curve on this, Imagine some black guy fucking her with a rage and big, take the cock now, But I don't worry because black guys don't eat pussy, so that is, there's a lot of, you see a black girl with a white guy, you're like, oh, what does he do? He eats pussy, that's the whole thing. Like, you eat pussy, you can pull black chicks, because black guys don't do it. And I meet white girls that say, oh, that's bullshit. I've seen a black guy eat pussy before. I watched a porno where a black guy ate pussy. I'm like, well, you saw it in a movie, therefore it had to be true. I've also seen an alien phone home with a speak and say, then fly off with a bike with a kid who didn't know he was gay yet, so okay. One thing I know, black men don't eat pussy, but I met a white girl one night. She goes, you are so full of shit. I had a black boyfriend. He used to eat my pussy all the time. I'm like, what, did you pickle it? You deep fat fry it? What'd you convince him it was a casting call for McDonald's commercial in there? What? It's it's kind of funny because I have done comedy for 15 years now this year. I started in Las Vegas. I started on a lounge show. I've been in every state except Hawaii. I've been in all over Canada. And I get to go all over the world for the Stationed American Troops with the USO shortly after September 11th. I was one of the only comics to go on that tour because everybody else canceled out. And they said, are you still coming? And I'm like, yeah. They go, well, the terrorist attacks happened. Are you still going to come? Because everybody else canceled out. They're afraid to fly. I'm like, I'm fucking white trash, guys. This is my only chance to see Europe. No towel head is fucking this up for me. And I mean, I don't know if I don't really look white trash, but yeah, I grew up in Northeast Iowa, lived in Vegas. I am white trash. I mean, when I was a kid, my parents used to go to sales auctions every weekend. We were white trash. And me, like a horny little fucking kid, I'd watch the auctioneer and I'd be like, I wonder if he ever talks dirty while he's having sex. Like, hey, now, mama, who's your dad, 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 fucking hard and Jill all night, never shit, all right. Hey, now, I'm gonna spank the ass sports, thumb the ass, do the bitch, I'm fucking hard, you sit on prom night, swear the bitch, and that's the hard of her ride. Coming once, coming twice, speech on the little bitch in the red dress. Remember the first time I told that joke, I was in Minneapolis, my mother came to the show, she's like, why do you tell people we're white trash? Like, mother, you've been in a bar fight, all right? I was your designated driver last night. I met your father in that bar. He held my hair back while I vomited. Birds and the bees are a whole different talk. It's like, Mom, where do babies come from? Well, when a man and a woman are really, really drunk. Speech always ends with how the child support makes the truck payment so damn hard to make each month. But I grew up white trash, so I was so thrilled to get the chance to go to Europe and all these different places. So I flew over, they picked me up, and I had these itineraries from the USO office that said in bold lettering how to blend in, don't act overtly American, try to be low-key, try not to be a target. But anytime you do a USO tour, they send you over with somebody to watch over with you, some guy to, make sure you get to different places. And so I'm thinking, okay, I'm trying to be low-key, but then they send me over there with a Texan. I was thinking, fuck, man, that's not low-key. That's like American to the second power, We're in the airport in Frankfurt, Germany, the most dangerous airport in the world for terrorist activity. He's standing around going, Geyser slacker, sneaker snacker, kraut, and goddamn, all that Larry Kane is some bitching country. Like, way to blend in there, Tex, all right. But I thought, if there was a terrorist attack on the plane, I could just tackle the guy down while Tex with his diamond horseshoe-shaped ring worked him over going, where's your all-on nail? Where's your all-on nail? Seeing them 72 virgins yet? What a fucked up religion. I'm so glad I'm Christian because there's no pressure when you die, and go see Jesus. Muslims die, they get 72 virgins. I don't want to be a disappointing first time for 72 women in the afterlife too, man. Give me 3 drunken fat whores from Wisconsin. I know I could please that. Oh, yeah, darn tootin', don't, yeah, you cheese curd loving cunt. Yeah, take it all. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, darn tootin', oh, yeah, oh. Yeah. Favre's fucking retired and you didn't see a picture of his cock, you bitch. And the whole thing is when I went over, I got to go to the one country I've always wanted to go to, France. Always wanted to see France when I was a kid. I'd see it in social studies books, old social studies books because I went to public school, and I couldn't believe it. I really could not believe I got to go. I was in France, and I'm like sitting there, and the sergeant that was in charge of me, he's like, when you go to France, this is just 2 weeks after September 11th, and I was like thinking, I won't hear anything, but he says, when you go to France, the French are not very nice. They don't like Americans, so they're probably going to say some mean things to you. I'm like, really? So I'm sitting at a cafe in Metz, France. This guy walks up to me, goes, yo. I'm like, yeah. Yo Americana? Like, yeah, I'm an American. Duh. Have you ever been to France before? Have you ever been to France before? No, but my grandpa and all his buddies came over here once. Remember that shit? Yeah, it'd be people I know, friends. One for granddad's help, you stinky fucker. Now go paint me something. And then somebody once told me when I did those USO tours, they said, oh, thank you for doing that. You're a great American. I said, no, I'm not. I am a horrible American. I'm a grateful American. I am not a very good American because I didn't go over and fight in those places. I just went over and entertained them and told them dick jokes. So I'm a grateful American. There's a big fucking difference. I do things with the First Amendment. I have so much fun with freedom of speech that I don't think the forefathers had what I'm doing in mind when they wrote it. I don't think so. If they did, then this is really a great country. If you ever had the First Amendment in mind where you're going to make a midget fuck joke about two turtles out of a shell, that has some foresight. But when they said that, because really, I am not a good person. I am a bad person, and that's the whole point of why this comedy show needs to be done, because I am here to make you people feel better about yourselves. Because you come out and you're like, God, that guy fucked a midget? Oh, man, that shit I did just pales in comparison to him. What a piece of shit. Fuck. I'm here to make you guys feel better about yourselves. You know, I'm setting the psyche bell curve, you know, for the id of all the dirty thoughts you have in your head, because you right now are thinking about doing dirty thoughts, and it don't seem so bad after you listen to me. So that is my purpose. I'm a grateful American, and I've done some bad things with my First Amendment. I've got to be honest, I've done some bad things. I did a flag burning on stage one night. Yep, I did. I burned flags. I burned the Iraqi, the Iranian, the Palestinian, the Cuban, the Chinese, the North Korean, and the California flag on stage with my mother's bra in the grill and cooked a steak over them in Texas because I thought it was fucking funny. I picked all the countries that had burned the American flag and did a little, hey, we got spirit. Yes, we do. We got spirit. How about you? And I did a DVD once called Filthy, where at the end of the show, during the show, I used the Quran as a coaster. Thought simple desecration of the Quran would be kind of funny because, well, everybody in this room knows somebody who has rolled a joint with a Gideon's Bible, at least a page of the Gideon's Bible in a hotel room sooner or later, so what's wrong with using the Quran as a coaster? So I did that, used the Quran as a coaster, got a little drunk, kind of like tonight. Then I set the Quran on fire at the end of the show. And then some guy came up and got in my girlfriend's face, all pissed, going, my friend is from one of those countries. And if she was here tonight, she's Muslim, if she was here tonight, she would have said something to him. And my girlfriend, without missing a beat, Waterloo style, said, well, it's a good thing she's in this country, because if she had voiced her opinion in one of those countries, she'd have had her fucking head cut off. I'm like, yeah! I've done comedy for a long time, and I absolutely love stand-up comedy. It's one of my greatest loves. I just think it's wonderful. It's like I can take the First Amendment out for a little joyride with all you for a while, you know? I believe in my First Amendment privilege. I believe in it. I hold it very sacred. And I used to do a lounge show in Vegas where they'd tell me I had to be clean, and when I used to do the clean impressions, it'd be like Jimmy Stewart at a grocery store, like, yeah, 3 cans of tomato soup for $1, so $100 for deal. One night they wanted me to get dirty. I said, what do you mean by get dirty? They said, well, get a little dirty. Do something sexual with your impressions. All I could do was men impressions. So I'm like, that's going to get pretty fucking sick, but all right. So I was like, all right, here's my impression of Jimmy Stewart having sex with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, that's right, you big muscle bitch. Yeah. Who's your daddy now? That's right, take it all. That's right. Oh, yeah, come on, speak my ass, put me out, take my balls, I'm the bitch boy. Oh. Yeah, that's right. Now you know what it feels like to pay to see last action. You bitch. Yeah. Feel my balls slap up. And Jimmy, hard cock. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, dig in the balls. Oh! I thought it was funny. Lounge show producer freaked out. She says, you can't tell jokes like that here. I'm like, why? She goes, think about it. We got people from the Midwest that come here. They don't want to hear stuff like that. I'm like, I'm from the Midwest, and we're the ones that write all this shit. What are you talking about? Got it from Owine, Iowa. We're the town that invented methamphetamines. Fucking show respect. Then she didn't want me to say that word. She goes, don't say crank whore anymore. It's not very politically correct. What? Okay, instead of saying crank whore, I'll say the politically correct version. I'll say self-employed, substance-abusing, sexual engineer. That's a better route with that one, yeah. Our country is slowly being taken over by a cult of fascist Tipper Gore, Lynn Cheney clones. These self-righteous soccer moms that want to turn this whole country into this Teletubby-esque tofu/vegetarian eating electric car driving, no time for lattes and late for my sensitivity training group pussies. I don't want to be that. I'm a raging, meat-eating, heterosexual American. I want to live free because my granddaddy bled on the beach in Normandy to keep me free. Because stand-up comedy is a celebration of the First Amendment, and censorship is about as un-American as saying our national anthem in French. Thank you guys for coming out tonight.